Somebody once said that your need of people or relationships is one of the biggest distractions to your purpose. That oftentimes we use people to relieve us of the space, the time, the silence, to actually bloom into ourselves. A nice thought, you know, one of those sobering thoughts. I'm watching TV right now. Hi, it's Friday. I work full time and I'm tired. I got home, saw my dog. After she attempted to push me down the stairs, I allowed her to have her own quiet time. And as I'm sitting in my own quiet time, I'm met with the to do list, the rollover to do list from the beginning of this week and every week, like a cycle. Oh yeah, I want to do this. Oh, I wish I had time to do this. Friday's here. Like I get to become reacquainted with myself on the weekend. It's too much of me in these few days, so I often paralyzed. At the same time, I find myself a day like today wanting to have people, people to engage with. Wanting people, having people, that's not a bad thing. To that quote I led off with, I think wrong relationships and even good relationships that aren't aligned can be distractions. But I also want to remind us in this productivity culture that we have, recreation is fun and needed, you know, but there's a time and place. And as an ambivert, a little bit more extroverted than ambiverted, but an ambivert nonetheless, I find I often want at least some kind of other to be in this space, you know? Like it's quiet, like listen, that's trippy. uh, Part of me also is wanting my own space so that I can actually do this uninterrupted, to sit through the buzz and the anxiety and then the emotions and then get to this place of calm where, hey, let's actually do the thing that you wanted to do. Actually start something, record something, write something. Yeah, time is such a strange thing, an odd paradox. As if we want to be rescued from ourselves and yet at the same time become ourselves. Or it's as if the very people we avoid are the people that we need, and the people that we need are the people that we avoid. I was trying to repeat something there so that it sounds deep, but that train of thought left, to be frank. Tom and Jimmy. Um, but no, to refresh that one, it's like we need people. Human beings, we're social creatures. No matter how much people want to deny it, we need a little bit of socials. At the same time, shoot, we have far too, man, not far too much, but the other side of that, we have far too little. We have far too little of ourselves because we are so distracted, you know? We're not very present because we're always living through the medium of a screen. Don't look at that. uh, At the same time, we are very self-absorbed in the West, and it really makes me think of something. And this might be a podcast episode. It might not be. We'll see. If it happens, it happens. I'm not going to pressurize myself. But there's two people who are obsessed with food. Metaphor. Two people who are obsessed with food. The glutton and the starving. Two people obsessed with food. The glutton and the starving. Two people obsessed with self. The glutton, the starving. Two people obsessed with people. The glutton, the starving. An amazing type of thing when you think about it, and you think about your core motivations and desires, your urges, compulsions. You really take time to identify, wow, do I crave this because of overindulge this, or do I yearn for this because I need this and it's been denied? And how you respond to that either saves your life or destroys it. That may be a little bit theatrical, but in some cases, probably factual. I'm gonna take a left turn. I'm gonna take a right turn actually. It, it's funny how little of myself that I actually live into. I don't know if this is the same for anybody else here, but in my mind, there's a version of me, and I do this and I do that, and I spend my time like this and I spend my time like that. And then in reality, there's me where I do the opposite, right? And there's this dissonance between the two, but then there's also like this other version of me where it's like I do not quite the opposite, but the deficit of it, where not only am I, for example, I want to be active, but the opposite, I'm inactive. The deficit of that would be I am putting in action to oppose activity. So, for instance, maybe that would be if I want to be socially active, I could just be by myself isolating, or I could be like rejecting deficit, rejecting offers to go out. I want to work out, right? But instead, I sit at home and do whatever. But then the deficit motion of that would be something like canceling a gym membership. So we're going, yeah, deficit, sabotage. I think that's the word. A lot of work. I think I was telling my sister about this. Um, how I want my default to be different when I don't have energy. The tree falls in the way that it leans, right? But I don't like where I fall. And I talked about this already elsewhere. Or maybe I didn't. Who knows? I don't know right now. But it's. Don't be alarmed. I'm just on low power. It's Friday. It's Friday and I'm in my 20s. And there's so much that I want to do, so little that I actually do, so much that I'm capable of, yet paralyzed by. Like, I'm ready for my movie to start. The coolest thing about movies, I'm gonna see if this works. Coolest thing about movie characters that I notice is that they literally live their lives. Yo, if this works, this is gonna be fun. Oops. Yeah, they literally live their lives. They are active. They are active. They are active in their life. This doesn't work. It's getting in my eye. They're rarely on screens. They may get a call and then they're moving, they're going. Maybe I shouldn't use movies as the standard of life, but I grew up in the advent of in-home television and like maybe not the advent, but the what is it? The bloom of it, right? Whatever. I was sitting with myself, sitting with the Lord. I'm only gonna be here for so long, you know? I really want to have the will and the discipline to focus on what I need to focus on and to actually enjoy the life that I want to enjoy. And sometimes those seem like opposites, but I don't know. I just want to do something meaningful, you know? Yo, crazy, crazy statistic. Bruh, Men's Mental Health Month, the like half of the men out here lose this because of that same emotion of life has no meaning. Yo, so when I heard that, I said, okay, I gotta watch out for that. But obviously, like yeah, you gotta watch out for that. But even more so. Oh, it would be so cool to have me a little a band, not a musical band, a literary band, where it's a group of people that come together that are sometimes not like each other but kind of similar to each other, who are actually devoted to one another and or an external cause that is greater than themselves, heading on a mission or some sort of quest to accomplish something for the greater good. That would be kind of cool, right? I'm wondering if I have Western idealism baked into my subconscious, and am I really just repackaging colonialist dreams? You know what I'm saying? uh, Yuck. But I wanted to record something because I said I wanted to record something, and I do, and I did. There's so much that I want to do. Maybe one day I'll give you all the tour. So much anxiety lately about what God wants me to do, but I'm also hoping to overcome that as well. Yeah, just some thoughts, just something that so that I'm putting out something rather than just sitting and taking in. It's just something, just a little conversation so that I am engaging with something other than a screen, even though this is still a screen. But you get what I'm saying. I'm producing, not just consuming. Ooh, dang. I'm watching Forged in Fire, by the way. It's like somebody said it's a cooking show for men. I like cooking shows, but I also like these blades. Maybe I need me a little craft. I don't know. Something. I need something to do. Ew, bruh. This guy. Anyway, um, yeah. Oops. I think I'm gonna stop there because I would like to. Oof, he ain't gonna win. Yeah. Um, I also want to start talking with you guys. So, what do y'all think? I don't know what stage of life you are in if you're watching this, but like, how is your life? How are you doing? Is everything okay? I hope everything's going great. Um, my podcast said it's good to ask your content consumers questions. I guess a question from this video. Hmm. What are some things that you find meaning in? Or, and it doesn't have to be big, like manifest destiny. No need for that. But sometimes for me, it'd be like a little ladybug. Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. I appreciate this moment. So maybe beauty. What's something you find beauty in? Beauty or meaning? One of those two. Yeah, I'd like to see those. Comment below. Love y'all. Um, I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna the content will come as it comes. Ugh. Mm. I'll see y'all later. Mm. Bye.